Hello. So this is like my really first serious YouTube video, and I'm not even on like an actual camera because I'm not a YouTuber yet, and I'm not like hecka rich. Like this laptop is sitting on my actual lap, and with a box of cookies underneath it to raise it. So if it's shaky, it's because the box of cookies are really uncomfortable on my legs. Um, Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So this is a regular like Microsoft laptop. It's an HP, so bear with me. Okay, so I get it that I have a lot of followers on Twitter. They don't interact with me. So when I sent out for questions, nobody responded, but two. So let me see. Well, actually, that was earlier. Let me check it now. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't check my DMs. Hold on. Okay. So I have more questions. In case you guys want to see my background, there it is. Wait, hold on. Can you see it? Can you see it? Hold on. It's Callum if you can't see it. There you go. That's my background. Anyway, so this channel will be, I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I feel like I look like I have no neck. Okay. I don't know exactly what this channel will be of. Um, Hopefully I'll get better lighting because yeah, that light not really doing it justice. One little bulb right there on the wall. I'm in my room, and my room is really dirty, so, and my hair is kind of a mess. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Um, so basically, before this video gets too boring, I am going to do like a about me type thing and then finish it off with some questions and maybe my opinion of stuff because I didn't have enough questions. Um, so, first off, my name is Ariana. That's all I'm going to give you. I am, believe it or not, 25 years old. I know. And you would think, what are you doing at 25 years old being a stan of like 1D or 5 sauce? Well, let me tell you, when I was 16, 17, or whatever age you think it's appropriate to do this, there was no such thing as really stands. Like, people went around and did the stuff that we do now. People my age would think they were creepy and would probably, like, talk about them, you know. And then, of course, social media wasn't a big thing, so you didn't know where people were until it was too late, till they were already there and somebody posted a picture. But it wasn't like, you know, they were documenting every hour of their lives. You could like get their habit because that's really all it is. You learn their habits. Like with Five Sauce, I know what they're gonna do before they do it, and that sounds creepy, but it's true because that's just how they they document everything and they do the same thing. So whatever. But yeah, and also as a kid, I didn't have the freedom I have now. Like, and as a teenager, I couldn't just go out and hang out with friends or like be gone all hours of the night or even really go anywhere. And I didn't live in LA either. Well, I actually moved back to where I grew up. It's a town called Barstow. Look it up. Um, I didn't move to LA till I was an adult, so I couldn't do any of these things anyway. So yeah, that's enough about that. Now, um, another fun fact about me, like I said, I moved to LA when I was 18 years old, and that was the fall of 2009. Yeah, 2009. And I know a lot of you were like probably in like middle school or something, but like, yeah, I didn't move to LA exactly. I moved to like Cerritos, Long Beach area, like over by like Downey and like Bellflower and all those other places. Moved over there and I went to college and I spent like 6 years of my life in college thinking that that's what I wanted to do, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. And so fast forward to 2000, like 13, I dropped out of college and I decided to just kind of do me. And I started going to concerts and stuff and really gaining my sea legs and like meeting celebrities. And at first it was just like little people that didn't really matter. Like, I'm not even gonna say their names because you probably won't even know who they are. But like, yeah, it's people who didn't even like really. They don't even like. They still not big at all. Well, one of them just joined Warped Tour. That was it. Um, then in 2014, the first like January. This was a couple days before Calvin's birthday, so like January 20 something. No, January 18th actually. January 18th. I decided to go stand 5 sauce, and it was all downhill from there, or uphill, however you see it. But yeah. So another fact about me is that I am a Michael girl, but secretly I'm Callum trash. Even though it took a while for me to admit because I hated Callum for so long. Details. Anyway, another fact about me is that I was one of the first people to really find out about One Direction. I'm not trying to say I was the first person, but I was one of the first people because nobody was talking about them. I found out about them because of a band called The Wanted, and The Wanted is not a band anymore, unfortunately. But there's you guys all know Sugarscape. Sugarscape wrote an article about, well, they wrote a lot of articles about The Wanted, so I would go onto their page to find out the latest tea with The Wanted, and I have really big hands. Oh my god, is that just the camera? I think that's I have man hands. Anyway, um, I saw an article about Zayn and a girl from the band Bella or Bella, something like that. Anyway, um, what was her name? I can't remember her name. She was from one of the other groups. It was Geneva Lane. Yeah. And there was an article about her and Zayn being a couple, and I was like, "Who's Zayn? He's cute." And so like they would mention One Direction, and so I would go on YouTube and look up their performances from that week or something, because people would upload them onto YouTube, and that was the only way I could watch them because I didn't have ITV or whatever channel X Factor UK comes on. And yeah, so and I remember like liking them before they even did anything on their own outside of X Factor, and it was really cool. And I spent about 5 years loving them before I finally met two of them. Well, actually, no, I met all of them before, but it was brief and awkward. So I just count this year as finally meeting them. But yeah, I like to watch TV. Like right now, I'm watching Glee. Excuse my room. Glee. I just moved into my room, so I don't have furniture yet, unfortunately. But I do have this awesome TV. It's a smart TV. It has YouTube, Pandora, Netflix, and a thing called Vudu. We don't have Vudu, so we just work with the other three. Okay, another fact about me is that I like, what do I like? I like macaroni and cheese, or anything with cheese. I love cheese. I really do. I'm a big fan of Hey Violet, and I consider myself not to be friends with them, but to be a close fan. Like, not as far as an internet presence, because, like, the only one who really talks to me is Nia, and barely. But, like, when they see me, they know who I am, and they're happy about it, especially Nia. I think I'm closest to Nia out of everyone. Um, I'm not that close to Casey. I'm still working on it. He's a great guy though. But I think closest to Nia. She's really cool. Um, and that's why I don't like when people say stuff about like her and Callum like being together, like negative stuff. Like I already know they're together. Like whatever, people can say what they want. You don't have to like it or believe it. Whatever they are, whatever. But she's great for him, and I've noticed a change in him for the better actually. And that brings me to what I said earlier about hating Callum for so long. And I know it's hard for some of you to see 5 sauce outside of what they present online, but I guarantee you, even me, from what I put on Twitter, I may seem like one thing, and then you get to know me, and you're like, everybody has that. Like, you can put whatever, you can portray whoever you want to be online. Like, that's why people can catfish. You can say you're a whole nother person that you're not. And that's kind of like what Five Sauce do, at least some of them. Um, and so it's like, I know that's definitely what Ashton does. They portray this whole side of them, and um, the more time you spend around someone, the more you get to see the real them. It's so hard to keep up a facade. So when you meet Five Sauce once or twice, and you get this vibe, oh, they're so nice to me, like they're nice people. Like, okay, yeah, anybody can be nice once or twice, but over the past 2 years, I think I've spent so much time with, like, around them, like not like hours upon hours a day, but like meet like every day. Like at one point, I was seeing them every day, spending like 10, 15, 20 minutes with them every day for a period of like a couple of weeks. Actually, over a period of like a couple of months when they were filming, I mean, recording the album. So it's like I pretty much think I know a little bit about who they are as a personality. You know what I mean? I've gotten to see them outside of like fan situations where you have to be nice, like no cameras, no other other fans other than me. And it's all about being as old as I am because I have older friends, or people assume, oh, you're older, so you're much more mature, so they trust you a lot more. So I gotten to go to a lot of events, and Five Sauce will be there, or some of my friends who know them will be like, oh, I invited that guy. He's from that band, Five Sauce. I invited him over, and I'm just like, and like a lot of, and also I guess, people not knowing that I stand them. Yeah, because I just out myself. I think I did. Um, I'll delete this if I have to for evidence. But I guess you could say I was kind of living a Hannah Montana life. I still kind of do. But whatevs. Yeah. Let's get into some questions. This video is like 12 minutes long. I'm uploading this. I don't think I'm going to cut this because I don't feel like it. So my first question, should I say like people's names? By the way, I go on Periscope and none of you watch. It makes me so sad. Okay. So I'm trying to find the questions. I did some screenshots of them because, ugh, I was screenshotting this ugly person. Hold on. Not ugly like physical, ugly like ugly. First question is from Kids of Suburbia, and it says opinions on Rock. Well, Rock, I love her. I honestly do, and I think I like became obsessed with her way too fast, and it wasn't like in a creepy, like meant to be in like a creepy way. Um, but I love Raquel, or Rachel, or whatever her actual name is. I never know. I just know it's Rock, and Rock is normally short for Raquel. But you know what? It might not be that, so let me not assume. But I love Rock. I think she is so pretty, and she's so honest, and it takes a hell of a person to love somebody, because I know she likes Five Sauce. I know she wouldn't waste her time on them if she didn't, but it takes a hell of a person to like somebody but really see their flaws and really be vocal on it, and she gets attacked for it on the daily, and a lot of it's by people who never even met Five Sauce. So it's like you don't even know if the stuff she's saying is true. You just want to defend them because you just feel you have to. Like, there's no way I defend somebody unless I truly knew them. Like, I wouldn't defend their behavior. Like, I defend everything Halsey does, one, because I've met her so many times and I have seen her in so many different situations where she can act one way and she acted another, So I know I can defend her wholeheartedly and know that what I'm saying is right, and it's not because I'm trying to kiss ass or anything. Hold on, let me lean up because, so, also, um, I'm so far up Halsey's ass, so pretty much she could actually be an asshole, but I'd still probably defend her. Um, yeah. So that's my opinions on Rock. I think she's great. I think you should all lay off. She has her opinions, and she's even if Arzelia is the nicest person, which I'll get to her in a minute, but even if she's the nicest person and she gives food to the homeless, and Rock still chooses to hate her, she has that right. Okay. She has every right to hate her. And just like you have every right to love Arzelia, she has every right to hate her. And just like you have every right to be vocal about your love for her, she has every right to be vocal about her dislike. There. Why can't we just let people have their opinions? We have this thing in America where, well, I can't be assuming that everybody follows this because not everybody's from America. But in America, we have this thing called freedom of speech. Now, people only want to claim freedom of speech when it's their freedom being infringed upon. But when they're infringing upon others' freedom, they don't think about it. Like I could say, I hate computers. And somebody would be like, excuse me, like computers have saved lives. Like, how could you hate a computer? You're so fucking rude. Like, that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. So I love Rock. I think she should keep going, keep voicing herself, keep being honest, and not falling for people's bullshit. And the Granny Crystal jokes are hilarious. I say them too. Anyway, another question is, hold on, let me get it. From Nostalgic Ella, my bae. She goes, LMAO, my question is, how much do you hate Ash? Well, Nostalgic Ella, let me just let you know something here. Ashton Irwin and I have a very long history, and it goes back and it goes forth. And I don't quite know what I make of it. I have this dislike of him that I hate because at the same time, I think he's very hot. So I don't know. But you know what? I can tell you this. I don't choose to take photos with him anymore. I've seen him and I'll just say hi to him and he'll probably be snarky back, but whatever. Ashton wants me dead. He hates me for some odd reason. I don't know. But it saddens me. It saddens me. I have very few times to see Ashton really nice. Now, I hang out in LA. Yes, I was a stan, and a lot of the places that I do hang out, I found out because of standing Five Sauce. Now, not every time I go out in LA, I'm looking for them or, trying to find them. I should pull my hair back because I look like it look horrible. Hold on. I don't know where my hair ties are. I don't know where my hair ties are, but I look horrible. Okay, so like I was saying, not every time that I go out in LA, I'm looking for Five Sauce. Sometimes I'm just trying to live, My pillow just fell. Sometimes I'm just trying to live, and I run into Five Sauce. I go to the Nice Guy when they're not even in America. So when I go, so I've been to the Nice Guy a lot. I go to the Nice Guy. I eat at the Nice Guy. So if I go to the Nice Guy and Ashton's there, he assumes that I'm there for him because he's seen me a lot. The only boys that I'm cool with in Five Sauce that have seen me a lot and are cool with it is Michael and Luke. Even Callum's not really like whatever, but I'm still so far because it's his beautiful house. Anyway, for instance, on my birthday, I went to a restaurant and it so happens to be near Cashton's house. And I know that sounds like super sketch and everybody's like, oh, you probably went for them. But high key, that restaurant has been there since way before Cashton moved. Now, Cashton, I'm not going to say where they live, but they do live in a very popular, they live on like a main area. You know what I mean? Like a popular area. So a lot of people go there. Not just them. There's a lot of shops and restaurants and cafes and businesses, near their house. So people go. And so when they walk down the street, they assume, oh my God, everybody's here for me. So the restaurant I went to by their house, it has very good food, and it has my favorite dish, macaroni and cheese, but it has it so good. So on my birthday, me and a friend went there. We were told to wait outside because they were busy and they would get our table. So we waited outside, and we are just living life, just living life. And who strolls down the damn street? Ashton Irwin and his mother. Anne-Marie is a lovely woman. I actually met her. Was it that day? I think it was that day. It was either that day or it was the day before. It was the day before, I think. No, it was that day. I met her that night. But that morning, I had seen her with Ashton, and and he sees me, and I have this hat on, and I'm just like, oh, he's not gonna notice. Like, I have my own. And he just like stares me down the whole time, and he's walking like to their house, and he's just looking back at me like he's expecting me to follow. And I'm like, boy, if you don't chill. And me and my friend are laughing because we're literally here to eat. So we eat and we leave. We're like, you know what, we're done. we leave, and then we end up going. Later on, we saw Ashton's mom at a restaurant, and she was really nice. She was by herself, and she was really nice. And we took a picture and all this other stuff, and but he just assumes that I'm there for him, and I'm not. So I don't think I answered Nostalgic Ella's question, but I don't think I have to because, well, yeah, I do. Okay, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like him, but I will give him a opportunity to redeem himself. I will give him an opportunity to stop being such an ass all the time. And I'm not the only one he's an ass to. He's an ass to a lot of people, and we've never done anything to him. He once made me cry. All because I was at a concert that he was also at, and I saw him, and I said, "Hey, can I get a photo?" And instead of just saying, "No, I just want to be out," he chose to be rude about it. Then, when I asked him to say hello to a friend who I happened to be on the phone with, who's from Kansas and doesn't have the opportunity to see them, he declined, but very rudely. And it got to the point to where everything he was saying to me was really rude, and it made me cry. And I don't cry. People know me. If you know me, my name on Twitter, my name part is Queen Bitch. So if you know me, I don't cry easily. But the moral of that story is that God looks out for his people, and I met our Lord and Savior Niall Horan an hour later. So joke's on you. Actually, it was 3 hours later, but joke's on you, Ashton Irwin. So anyway, I don't hate Ashton. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I don't want him to die or anything, or any natural disaster. Also, I think Jaden Seyfarth is really hot. But anyway, what if he considers me the new Jaden Seyfarth? I heard Ashton shaded me in Hong Kong, and I'm not okay with that. Okay, I'm not okay with that. But anyway, next question. Next question. Let me go to my DMs. Okay, DM from Satire Shit. She wants me to talk about Azalea being a leech. Okay. Well, there's no need to call the kettle black if it is. Azalea is a leech. End of story. But as much as she is a leech, and as much as I do love reading all the tweets you guys have about her and all the tea you love spilling, let's just say that nothing we say is going to change Luke's mind. I'm here to give you that what do you call it? That hard love, that rough love. It sounds sexual, sorry. I'm here to give you that truth that you need to hear. No amount of petitions, no amount of screenshots you DM to Luke, none of that is going to matter to him. Now, you could literally have a video of Azalea killing someone and send it to him, and it probably won't matter. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because we're fans. And he's going to assume, because the way a lot of us do treat her is really mean, he's going to assume that it's jealousy. That we're all jealous of her, and we'll say whatever to, discredit her or whatever. So he's not going to listen to anything you say. He's not going to listen to her friends, who she's not friends with anymore, because she's just going to probably tell him, "Oh, Luke, they're just mad at me. It's because we're not friends anymore. They're just feeding into that BS." And he's going to be like, "You're right, hun." But he's probably so used to doing that. They've been together for, almost a year now? He's probably so used to, defending her that, I don't know. And all this stuff about, I'm friends with somebody who's friends with him, and they said that she's a PR star and that it's gonna be over in August. I don't believe that. And I don't even ship Azalea and Luke, but I don't believe that. They're not a PR stud. He likes her for some odd reason. Let's be honest, she's pretty. She is. If we saw her picture and we knew nothing about who she was and she was not associated with Luke, we'd all think she's pretty. Let's be honest. She's pretty. It's her personality that turns us off from her. But, she's a pretty girl. And so, there's that. I do think she's a leech, and I don't think that she's right for Luke. But then again, I'm not Luke, so who am I to say? It's funny because I have a mutual friend with her, and every time I see her out with my mutual friend, she's really nice to me. But when she's not with my mutual friend, she's not nice to me. So, yeah. So, that's all that question that I'm going to talk about. I have another one here. says heads or tails. I don't know. Anyway, this video is 25 minutes long and I have to cut it. Or I might not, depending. I don't know. But yeah. So leave in the comments below anything else you want me to talk about. It could be stuff I love. It could be stuff I hate. It could be stuff that I don't even know. If you want me to react to something, I can react to things. Yeah. Anyway. Bye. Oh, also, follow me on Twitter at Kids in the Dark. That's Kids in THADRK. It's a play on words. It's my favorite, one of my favorite songs off of the Future Hearts album from All Time Low. Go pick it up if you haven't. Also, Instagram. My fan account is Zane's Main Ho. Zane's Main Ho. H0E. Anyway, yeah. So, thank you.